Good afternoon from Grand Forks. I'm getting a whole lot of audio feedback. We're going to have to work on the Podbean some more. Yeah, we had 2 people try to listen.
You may want to put out a message on working.
Yeah.
That's not working.
Good afternoon from Grand Forks. I got an audio issue here. I can't even hear myself now. All right, 1, 2, check. There I am. I can hear myself. Good afternoon from Grand Forks. Puck is down. We are underway. Your Moorhead Spuds are taking on the Grand Forks Aviators in game 1 of a Sunday afternoon. Puck is going to be thrown all the way down into the Moorhead zone. It'll be called back on icing.
Okay.
Near side corner of the Grand Forks zone. Puck out in front of the Grand Forks goalminder. Gets thrown right into her glove. And we'll get a stoppage and a face-off on the near side. Right out front, kick save made. Puck comes over to Oakes on the near side, or on the far side wall. She sends it down low. It'll come around into the near side corner. Turned out all the way through the neutral zone. Oakes is going to pick it up just inside of her own zone. Handled by Grand Forks, pushed down into Allmendinger in her back in the Moorhead end. Handled it by Kuznia from Grand Forks. Out to center, Swenson chips it away. It'll be carried in by Alyssa Hines from Grand Forks. Stolen away by the Spuds. Hanika Swenson. Swenson near side. Shoots it through the legs. It ends up back behind the net. Far side, Grand Forks tries to clear. It'll be held in by Allmendinger. Bounce down into the corner where it'll be picked up by Cameron from Grand Forks. She'll have Hanika in her back pocket all the way around behind the net. Puck will come loose along the near side boards and go down into the corner. Centering pass, Swenson shot! Goes just wide of the net and onto the back boards. Net comes off. Or actually, puck got stuck in the backside of the net. So the ref blew it dead. We'll have a face-off. Near side, glove side of the Grand Forks goalminder. Not sure what the time frame is. Okay, there we go. They just started the clock. It must have been running a 17-minute period. And it stopped exactly at 15. Strand behind them. Grand Forks net, sends it up to Hendrickson. Hendrickson looks for the shot, takes the shot, puck loose out in front of the Grand Forks goalminder, and the Spuds are going to score. Spuds bang one home at the 14:41 mark. Picked up rebound goal. I'm not sure who had it. That, puck will be turned out to center. Picked up far side by Hendrickson, just inside of her own zone. She turns it out to Lindberg. Lindberg has it poked off her stick. It'll be carried into the Moorhead zone by Himes from Grand Forks. She's going to take the shot that'll go just high and wide to the near side and into the far side corner. Held up along the far side wall. Oaks comes away with it. Lindberg. Lindberg turns it out to center. LeMay will have it. She sends it ahead to Hale back into the Moorhead zone. Lee. Hines fight for it. It'll go down into the near side corner. Hines looks to center it up out in front of the net. Turned away by the Spuds. Lee takes it out to the neutral zone. Lee steers around one, right into another one, has it poke checked away. As the camcorder freezes, of course, the Spuds go in and score. And once again, I didn't see who it was. Oh, this is going to be a long day if this keeps up. Spuds up by 2 at 13:22. Face off at center. Taken down into the Moorhead zone. Shot from the far side board goes just wide and behind the net onto the near side wall. Dufault tries to clear. Held in by Kuznia. We'll go to Johnson. She's going to send it the length of the ice, and that one will get called back on icing. Get reset. Here we go. Faceoff comes back down into the Moorhead end between Hale and Shirley. They get pushed over onto the near side corner. Dufault backhands it up the far side boards. Shirley picks it up in the corner, takes it around behind the net, sends it ahead to Hockett. Hockett out to center. Ness near side. Hockett right behind her. Spuds are going to end up offside. 12:40, 2-0 Moorhead lead. Faceoff comes to the near side, just outside the Grand Forks defensive zone. Hanukkah and a mystery Grand Forks skater. I can't see who it is because she was blocked up by the ref. Dufault, cross ice, picked up by Johnson. She tries to send it ahead to Swenson. Ends up going into the zone, gets turned right back out. Dufault, near side, dumps it in. Hanukkah picks it up along the near side wall, centers it up, nobody home. Oh, down into the far side corner. Swenson up and off the wall. Hanukkah back behind the net, centering pass, turned away. Will be picked up by Dufault near side. Dufault and Slominski fight for it. It'll end up back behind the net, centering pass out front, shot from the top of the slot by by Johnson. Goes back behind the net. Grand Forks is able to clear it out to center. Hanukkah. Retzer. Dumped in. Spuds are actually offside, but there was no call. Handling the far side by Kuznia. She's able to clear it out to center. Sent right back down and in by Oaks. Was actually turned right back out immediately, so there was no offside. Swenson, hard and fast, near side. She's got the breakaway. She's going to wrap it around behind the net. Looks for the centering pass, drops it off. Nobody in the slot. Handled along the near side boards, Hendrickson. Pushed down into the corner, picked up there by Chloe Erickson from Grand Forks. Oaks back behind the net. Down into the near side corner, Strand. Puck will slide free up to Hendrickson on the near side. She tries to send it down deep. It's blocked and turned into the corner. Strand up to Hendrickson. Down to Steen, out in front. Chip shot from Lindbergh will get covered up by the Grand Forks goalminder. I'm still trying to figure out her jersey's number. Spuds are wearing their travel black with the orange and white trim, skating left to right on your radio dial. Grand Forks is going right to left and wearing their white home sweaters with the navy and red trim. Shovel shot from Strand will go right into the breadbasket of the Grand Forks goalminder. I'm not sure if it's going to be number 1 Fiala or number 30 Klowinski. Shot from the near side goes into the glove. .10:24. First period, Spuds up 2-0 and leading 10-0 in shots. Face-off near side gets pushed over into the near side corner. Lee and Cutter fight with Kuznia for it. It's finally chipped loose. Cutter will go after it back behind the net. Cutter looks to center it up, sends it too far. It's going to slide all the way down into the Moorhead zone, where 11 and 11, Jana and Almendinger will both go after it. Stolen away by Erickson, far side. Shot, glove save made by Gilson. Out through center, down into the Grand Forks zone. Carried around behind the net, set up the near side wall, held in by Dufault. Kuznia off the boards. Picked up by Cutter. Klowowski gets pinned up. Now Kuznia behind her own net. Puck will slide in on the Grand Forks goalminder. And she'll get it covered up. Okay, it should be 11-1 because there was at least one shot on Gilson just now. Oaks back down into the corner. It'll be picked up on the near side boards by Dufault. Turned down to Ness behind the net. She's going to get pinned up along the wall by Hale. Grand Forks is going to come away with it. Out to center from Lord. Dufault and Hines fighting for it along the near side boards. Spuds come away. Oaks to Cutter, or to Dufault, but Grand Forks ends up offside. Face-off just outside the Moorhead end on the near side is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Dufault over to Oaks, dumped down all the way into the Grand Forks zone. That one's getting called back to the Moorhead zone on icing. Face-off will be to the glove side of Gilson. It'll be won by Grand Forks, controlled by Grand Forks. Slominski takes a shot. It gets turned out by Moorhead. All the way down into the Grand Forks zone. Bump back out to center. Johnson will have it. Ahead to Retzer. Retzer. Backhand to Hanukkah. Hanukkah tries to center it up. It's going to be turned off by Slominski. Far side boards Johnson. Bumped out to center by Muth. Picked up far side by Hendrickson. Hendrickson and Erickson fight for it along the right front of the Spud bench. Down into the far side corner, Lord and Johnson will fight for it. Hanukkah is going to come away with it. Up to Retzer. Held in by Slominski, right back to Hanukkah, who's able to carry it, bump it out to center. Swenson, far side, tries to get a stick on it. To be kicked the other way by Steve. Now Hines, near side, steers around one. She's going to find the back of the net and put Grand Forks Aviators on the board. Sorry, kicking the tripod here. So with 7:21 to go, the Aviators cut their deficit by 1, 2-1. Face off at center will be Steen and Hale. They're controlled by the Spuds. Dufault, far side, brings it into the zone, looks for the shot, takes the shot, blocked out in front by Klawowski. Lindbergh, far side. Now Dufault. Strand is going to step in to help. She's able to get it loose. And she's going to throw Hudson over to get to... 6:57 first period. That one was kind of a nice little lob it up into the air, and it managed to find the back of the net. That one was from Strand. Behind the net. Set up along the near side boards. Lindbergh has it poke checked away by LeMay. Out to center, Lindbergh. Near side board. She's going to take it all the way down into the corner, have it stripped off her stick by Yana. We'll end up with Allmendinger, who pushes it down deep. Over to the near side boards. Thrown out through center. Oh, that one's going to go all the way down into the Moorhead zone. No icing, though. Oakes, back of the net, Allmendinger. Stolen away by Yana. Back to Allmendinger. Puck comes free onto the stick of Cutter. Cutter tries to send it ahead to Tibitowski. It goes past her and down into the Grand Forks zone. Kuzney will pick it up along the far side wall. Back of the net, she looks for an outlet. Sends it along the far side boards. Oakes tries to turn it back down into the corner. Aviators are able to clear. Oakes just inside of her own zone, pushes it back out. Cutter. Up and off the boards by Kuznia. Red line special ends up with Oakes. Oakes ahead to Lee. Lee takes it in, takes a shot, goes just wide and behind the net. Off the boards, pushed out to center, past Oakes. Picked up by Hale at center. Johnson steals it away. Over to Tibitowski. Now Lee dumps it in near side. Spuds go for the change. Johnson steps in to help. Slominski's going to come away with it. Grand Forks is able to clear. Hale, far side. Stolen away by Hendrickson. She's able to bring it all the way in. Ness is going to push it down into the corner. She'll take it behind the net. Centers it up. Hockett shot. Blocked out in front. Upcoming penalty on the Spuds. Puck is going to go all the way down into the Moorhead zone and be touched up by Dufault. But that'll send Grand Forks to the power play for, I believe, tripping or interference, one of the two. Molly Hockett, the guilty culprit. Face off near side of the Moorhead zone. Ness. Up and out. That one's going to go the length of the ice and roll all the way down off the back wall. They waved off the icing, so we continue play. Centering pass goes all the way over to the far side boards. Hendrickson off the wall. Stolen away by Shirley. Shirley pins it up against the wall. She gets tripped up right on top of the puck. She's able to slap it back behind the net. It'll be gathered up by Klawowski on the far side. Hendrickson holds it in. Takes the shot, blocked by Slominski. Slominski looks for the outlet. Over to Hines. Grand Forks goes for the change. It'll be picked up in the Moorhead zone by Hendrickson. Hendrickson off the wall to Shirley. Shirley off the wall. Held in by Slominski. Hendrickson down deep. Backhand shot from Yana goes behind the net. Ness, far side. Chipped up into the air by Kuznia. Cleared out. This time it goes the length of the ice. No icing. Grand Forks and the Spuds both go for a change. 40 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Yana, far side. She's going to get steered all the way down into the corner by Johnson. She'll lose an edge. Centering pass is going to go all the way over to the far side boards. Hanukkah. Hanukkah and LeMay both fight for it. This one's going to get sent the length of the ice. No icing. Near side, Kuznia. Onto the far side boards, right in front of the Moorhead bench. Smacked down into the zone by Erickson. Out to center. Far side corner, Johnson and Erickson will fight for it. Johnson comes away with it. She's going to send it around behind the horn. Spuds back at full strength. Swenson clears it out, sends it ahead. Tries to send it ahead. It's going to be bumped right back to Retzer, or back to Hanukkah. Shot, the rebound from Swenson gets kicked away by Fiala. The Grand Forks goalminder. 2, 3-on-1. Centering pass. Hanukkah and Swenson just hadn't quite got up to the front. Puck comes around right out in front. Hanukkah backhand goes just wide of the net behind. Grand Forks tries to clear. Held on by Retzer. Oaks bounce out to center by Grand Forks. Default. Spot sent high up into the netting and out of play. Face off near side with 7:22 to go first period. Grand Forks is going to control the draw. Poke checked away by LeMay. Stolen back by Johnson. Played right on the blue line. Grand Forks ends up offside. 57.6 seconds. 3-1 Moorhead lead. 12-2 on the shots in favor of Moorhead. Face off far side just outside the Moorhead end. Won by Grand Forks. Controlled by Grand Forks. LeMay. Over to the near side. Hendrickson will pick it up. To Lindbergh. Set up into the air. Steen inside the zone. She'll push it over to the corner. It'll be stagged up there by Slominski. Slominski gets pinned up against the boards by Steen. Puck comes free. It's taken back out to center by Grand Forks, where Johnson will steal it back. Johnson dumps it in right onto the stick of LeMay. LeMay has to take it in behind her own net. She's going to send it around the horn to Slominski. Near side wall. It's going to come free to Cutter. Cutter centering past Tibitowski. Can't get a stick on it. It ends up going all the way out to center. 5 seconds first period. Lee enters the zone as the horn blows. So that is going to do it for the first. Your Moorhead Spuds are leading 3-1 shots. Grand Forks is headed to the locker room. Moorhead's headed to the bench. I'm not sure if we're doing a double zam, a single zam, or what we're doing. So either way, don't be gone too long. We might be back shortly. Welcome back to Grand Forks, North Dakota. Your Moorhead Spuds are currently in battle with the Grand Forks Aviators. We're back to start the second. Spuds currently lead by a score of 3-1. And I did some investigating during the break and found out that those goals were scored by number 2, Ariella Lee, number 10, Brooke Steen, and number 2, Alexa Strand. Grand Forks has one lone goal on the board. Moorhead is leading 12-2 on shots. I did also find out after reading through my messages that we are playing high school rules, so no icing on the penalty kill. So when they threw it during the all the way down, and I said I have no idea why, that would be why. It's high school rules, no icing on the penalty kill, and they can tag up on the offside rather than you pitch the puck in and it's immediately offside. This in high school you can play it coming out and right back in. Starting up front, second period is going to be Hockett, Ness, and Shirley up front. Johnson and Dufault back on the blue line. Johnson with the puck ahead to Shirley near side. Ness inside the zone, sends it into the corner. Hockett goes after it. She's going to fight Kuznia all the way back behind the net. Puck comes free. Hale, far side boards. Shirley right in front of her own bench. Puck sets free right along the boards. Sent out through center. It's going to go all the way down into the near side corner of the Moorhead defensive zone. Johnson will pick it up there, fight for it with a couple of Grand Forks skaters. Ness is going to come away with it. Ness tries to send it over to Shirley. It's going to end up just behind her, but Dufault cleared out the center. Dumped in by Ness. Puck goes back behind the net. It'll be pushed back by Fiala. Out to center. Oakes picks it up. Oakes over to Hockett. Back to Oakes. Oakes dumps it behind the net. Far side wall, Hockett. Now Swenson. Oakes at the point. Brings it over to the near side. And sends it around behind the net to Hockett. Hockett looks to center it up. She sends it right into the skate of Moose. Moorhead picks up the goal. Once again, I was looking down and did not see who scored it. Okay, Hockett scored. Right out front, shot on the side of the net is going to get covered up. Thankfully, we didn't score this time. Wakey, wakey. Of course, the camera is always going to be a royal pain in the caboose. Hendrickson near side, down into the corner of the Grand Forks zone. He'll be pushed out to center. Far side, Dufault. Along the near side boards. He'll be stripped away. Along the far side wall, Grand Forks is able to clear. Still working on the camera. Face-off is going to be near side, just outside of the Moorhead zone. Power cycle Cam Link. Johnson across to Steen, ahead to Lindbergh, dumped into the far side corner. All the way around the horn onto the near side boards. Return back behind the net. Far side, Allmendinger. Shot. Blocked in traffic. Puck loose out in the slot. Gets sent over onto the far side boards. Allmendinger tries for the backhand. It gets turned out to center. It'll be handled by Allmendinger. Near side, dumped into the corner, goes all the way around the horn. Almost slides completely out back to the neutral zone before being picked up by Cutter. Stolen away by the Aviators. Taken out to center, taken in hard and fast. Yana, she's going to have it poke checked away by Johnson. Yana gets pinned up against the back boards by Johnson. Puck comes out to center with Tibitowski. Tibitowski and Slominski in a foot race. Puck goes back behind the net where it'll be taken by Kuznia. Then Cutter off the side of the nets. Lee fights with Kuznia. Puck comes free. Aviators off the boards, far side, turned out to center. Stolen back by Oakes. Oakes, one-on-one, goes into the zone. She brings it around. Walks around the net, has a poke checked away by Kuznia. Will end up along the near side boards. Tibitowski. Shot. Kick save made by Fiala. Off the near side boards, Cutter to Hendrickson. Sent over onto the far side corner, picked up by Ness. Down to Hockett. Hockett tries to center it up. Shot from Ness is kicked away by Fiala. Puck back behind the net. Shirley. Ness tries to send it back in to Shirley coming into the slot. Hockett will end up with it along the far side boards. Sent down into the corner. Ness back behind the net. Out to Oakes. Oakes fights for it all the way over to the boards with Yana. Erickson tried to clear it. It ended up with Shirley. Shirley shot from the far side, knocked down by Fiala. And Grand Forks is able to clear. Oakes, near side, dumps it in. It'll be picked up along the far side boards by Shirley and Kuznia. Brought around behind the net. It's going to be slapped the entire length of the ice. That one's going to get called back on icing. 4-1 Spuds lead, 11:36 second period. 15-2 is what the scoreboard says on shots. Face-off near side between Hale and Johnson goes to Hanukkah, who flips it up into the air and behind the net and onto the far side wall. Pushed out to center Lord. All the way down into the Moorhead zone. Johnson and Hale in a foot race. Held up along the near side half wall. Turned the other direction by Lord. It's going to go into the far side corner and be gathered up by Retzer. Going back behind the net by Cameron. Johnson out to center. Swenson hard and fast. It's going right on to Fiala, who looks at the puck, looks at Swenson and says, I'm just going to cover that one up. No way I'm going to try playing this one with her coming in that fast. Face-off will be near side. Grand Forks zone. Steen wins the draw. Johnson to Strand. Down in the corner, she gets pinned up against the wall by Klawowski. Puck off the side of the net, up and in. Nope, up and off the back. Cleared out, sent the length of the ice. That one's going to get called back on icing. Point blank shot from Steen went up into the air. It looked like, from my vantage point, that it went in behind Fiala, but actually landed in front of her. And then was sent the length of the ice and called back on icing. Near side, Oakes. Oakes, shot. Puck loose, Steen. Puck loose. Strand. But now it ends up over on the far side. Wall, shot and goal by Allmendinger. .11:07. Deep inside the Moorhead zone, it's Oakes, sends it out to center. It'll be picked up by Kuzmia. Held up along the near side board, dumped in. It'll roll all the way into the corner. Allmendinger tries to send it backhand right into Hale. Far side, Chivotowski cutter. Out to center, stolen away by the Aviators. Dumped into the near side corner by Hale. All the way around to the far side. And taken there by Yana. Shot from the far side, kick save Gilson. Puck on the near side half. Oakes out to Lee at center. Lee and Kuzmia in a foot race. Kuzmia is going to get there first. Allmendinger tries to hold it in, bounces over her stick. Spuds will have to reset. Dumped in Hendrickson far side. LeMay will pick it up along the near side wall. Out to center, stolen away by Hendrickson. Ness and LeMay fight for it. Puck comes out to center. Dufault. Dufault dumps it in. Spuds give chase far side. Turn back the other direction by Slaminski. Puck out front. Shot goes just wide. Ness picks up the rebound. Tries for the wraparound. Kick save made by Fialis. The Aviators are going the other direction. Out to center, Lord. Along the near side boards. Puck is knocked free by Hendrickson. It'll end up down in the corner. Behind the net, Erickson. Hendrickson, near side corner. She's able to chip it up and out off the boards. It's out to center. Hockett, hard and fast. Hockett shot, save. Fiala gets her own rebound twice and again. And she's still chopping. Puck is still loose before being cleared out to center by Hale. Puck will end up going all the way down into the Moorhead near side corner and get called back on icing. That'll leave us with 8 minutes, 48 seconds. 5-1 Moorhead lead. A 22-2 in favor of the Spuds. Face-off near side gets sent all the way over onto the far side board. Picked up there by Allmendinger. She'll put it in the corner. Hanukkah behind the net. Retzer looks to center it up. She'll have it poked off her stick. Puck losing the slot. Swenson shot goes just wide. And onto the near side boards. Picked up by Retzer. Up to Johnson. Aviators are able to kick it out. Muth had lost her stick, so she kicked it out. Allmendinger, near side. Puck comes loose all the way down into the Moorhead zone. No icing, taken by Johnson. Johnson all the way out to center. It'll be picked up by Kuzmia. Dump back into the Moorhead zone on the far side. Johnson goes and retrieves it. Out to center, picked off by Yana, and stolen back by the Spuds. Golf chipped into the corner on the near side by Johnson. Back behind the net, set up back over on the near side wall. Swenson, Johnson. Johnson sends it down low. Out to center, spinning puck. Allmendinger comes across to help. Swenson has it off the boards and in. Swenson and Slaminski give chase all the way down in behind the net. Slaminski gets to it first, sends it off the wall to O'Hearn. Out to center, Allmendinger. O'Hearn able to hold. Allmendinger and Steen comes away with it. Steen pushes her way in. Puck goes down into the near side corner. He picked up back behind the nets. And turned out to center by the Aviators. It's going to roll all the way down into the Spuds zone. Be handled by Oakes, cleared out by Steen, sent down into Grand Forks end by Lindbergh, and that one will get called back on icing. Ooh. 6:40 second period. 5-1 Moorhead lead. Face off far side, club side of Gilson. Grand Forks just switched goalies, so I'm thinking it's going to be Kostlecki. Face off won by the Spuds. Out to center with Oakes, near side Strand. Strand is able to fight her way into the corner. Tries to center it up. It's going to be turned off to the side up to Oakes. Oakes drives it into the slot. Has it knocked free. Grand Forks takes it out. Chipped ahead by Hale all the way down into the Moorhead zone. She gives chase and is able to get a shot on Gilson from the side of the net. Sent down in to the Grand Forks end. That one's going to get called back on ice. 6-11. 22-2 in favor of the Spuds on shots. Face off far side is going to be Cutter and Erickson. Cutter wins the draw, drops it back to Dufault. Dufault takes a trip around the net, sends it off the near side boards. Intercepted by Cameron. Dumped down into the corner, Erickson. Side of the net shot, or centering pass was turned away by Cutter. Carried out to center by Lee. It's going right back into the Moorhead end. Gilson bumped it off to the side. Out through center, Dufault pushes her way past Cameron. Puck back behind the net. It'll be Slominski who sends it off the near side boards. Cutter. Picked up by Erickson. Out to center ice. Yana. Stolen away by Cutter. Cutter brings it around. Backhand. Puck loose in the slot. Both Cutter and Tibitowski go down. Pretty much the entire Aviator team was standing right in front of their goal minder. Shirley, far side. Puck will be turned over onto the corner by Cameron. Centering pass. Allmendinger is going to get cleared out to center by the Aviators. Allmendinger tries to stick handle it. She's going to have it knocked off her stick by Yana. It'll end up back behind the Moorhead net. Yana centers it up. Blocked away. Rebound loose. Up to Slominski, who took the slap shot that Gilson was able to knock down. Puck goes the length of the ice. Handled by Kuznia. Far side, Allmendinger. Allmendinger and Yana fight for it right in front of the Spud bench. Pocket and Shirley both come in to help. Spuds are able to dump it down deep. Near side boards, Oakes. Knocked free by the Aviators, stolen back by Oakes. Aviators are able to clear it out to center. Hockett to Ness. Ness tries for the shot, blocked by Kuznia. Far side corner, controlled by the Aviators. Hale, side of the net, brings it out to center. Up along the near side board, sends it ahead to Lord. Lord has it chipped free by Oakes. Oakes takes a trip around the world. Back behind the net, tries to get it out. LeMay is there to hold it in on the far side. Centering pass is going to be blocked by the Spuds. Right over to Erickson, who puts the shot on Gilson. Gilson will cover it up. 5-1 Moorhead, 23-4. 3:25 remaining, second period. Face off far side is going to be Hanukkah and Erickson. Down into the corner, it's going to come around all the way onto the near side boards. Sent the other direction by Lord. Far side, Retzer will pick it up. She tries to chip it ahead. It's going to be sent back the other direction to by Hines. Now Dufault to Retzer. Retzer up and off the wall. Hanukkah touches it out at center. No icing. It's going all the way down. It'll be picked up by Klawowski behind the net. She tries to send it ahead. It'll end up with Hendrickson. Yeah. Behind the net, Retzer. Far side corner, Hines. She clears it out. That one's going to slide all the way down and get called back on icing. 2, 3, 4 remains in the second period. Nope. I take that back. 2:39. I can only see the bottom 7/8 of the numbers. I can't see the very top. There's a piece of ductwork in the way. So 2:39. Face off far side. Controlled by the Spuds. Shot gets sent up into the air from Allmendinger. Behind the net, Kuznia. Along the near side boards, it's going to slide out to center. It's going to go the length of the ice. No icing. Johnson is going to pick it up back behind her own net. Tries to send it the other way. It moves. It's going to be right there. Tries to get the shot away. It'll get turned over onto the far side wall. Up and off the board, Lindbergh. That one will get called back on icing. And this time I will look at your clock to see that we have 2:09 remaining. The game clock on our screen is about a foot lower than where I'm standing, so it can see the clock. I can't. Face off far side. Matches up Steen and Erickson. He's held up far side. Lindbergh one-on-one. Has it poke checked away. Right on to Steen. Steen dumps it over to Lindbergh. Lindbergh goes 5-hole on the Grand Forks goal minder. Ryan Kostelecki. Minute 52 remaining here. Oakes across to Dufault. Dufault deep in her own zone, sends it around behind the net to Oakes. Oakes tries to clear. Tibetowski is able to push it out. Cutter comes across to help. She's able to break it loose. Now Oakes, far side. Dufault steps in to help. Dufault comes away with it. Over to Tibetowski. Tibetowski, near side. Along the near side boards, it'll end up behind the net. Centering pass out front. It's going to get turned down into the corner. And off the back side of the net. Cutter, near side. Looks to center it up. It'll go through the slot all the way onto the far side wall to Lee. Chipped out through center, down into the Moorhead zone. Hale and Oakes in a foot race all the way down into the corner. Puck will get pinned up along the near side boards. Tibetowski looks to clear. She's able to bounce it out to center. It's going to be flipped back down in by Slominski with a chip shot from Yana right on to Gilson. Gilson will cover it up. We'll have a stoppage and a face-off on the glove side. Face-off glove side of Gilson is going to be between Shirley and O'Hearn. Shirley's going to win the draw. Spuds are controlled. Johnson near side. Has it stolen away by Yana. Yana puts a shot off the side of the net. Spuds come away with it. Shirley out to center. Bounces it off the wall, gives chase. Shirley drives it in. Over to Hockett. Hockett can't get a stick on it. Loses an edge. Runs into the wall. Pocket is up and out on her own power. Doesn't look like she looks like her elbow's hurting. Time is going to expire as the puck is sent out to the neutral zone and actually slides all the way down in, bounces off the post and across the crease. So after the horn sounds, even no goal. Anyhow, they're going to zam again. We're going to take a break. Spuds lead 6-1, 24-5 in favor of Moorhead on the shots. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in just a little bit. You're watching Spuds Hockey on Krabby Toad Studios TV. As always, I once again forgot to reset the goal horn after the last Spuds goal. So if you weren't paying attention, sorry, I didn't mean to scare the crap out of you. 34 minutes in the books, 17 minutes to go. Welcome back to the Eagles Arena in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Your Moorhead Spuds are matching up against the Grand Forks Aviator. Spuds currently lead 6-1. And have an advantage of 24-5 on shots. We're following high school rules. That means if the Spuds get one more, we'll have a running clock for the remainder of the game or until Grand Forks scores. Held up back behind the Moorhead net. Aviators try to center it up. Puck loose in the slot. Shot saved. Gilson. Another shot from the side is going to be saved by Gilson. And Ness is going to come away with it along the far side. Out to center, Hockett. Hockett breaks his zone, far side. She's going to take a trip around the net. Nope, scratch that. She's going to put the brakes on right down to the corner. Chips it up the wall to Dufault. Dufault centers it up. It'll get blocked down in traffic onto the near side boards. Turned out to center by Yana. All the way down into the far side corner of the Moorhead zone. It'll get called back on icing. 50 seconds off the clock. Face-off near side is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Hendrickson. She tried to push it down low. Grand Forks was able to turn it out to center. Off the near side boards, Retzer and Erickson will fight with it. Erickson is able to push it out to center. Johnson to Hanukkah. Has it knocked off her stick. Grand Forks goes the other direction. Into the Moorhead zone. Erickson. Shot from the far side. Kicked away by Gilson. Puck goes the other direction. Down into the Moorhead zone, or into the Grand Forks zone. LeMay and Swenson were in a foot race. LeMay got to it first. Behind the net, Retzer up off the boards. Erickson comes in to help. Held up along the far side wall. Set up Hendrickson at the point. She tries to send it down low. It ends up with Swenson. Swenson with the shot that gets blocked out in front of Kostelecki. Near side boards out to center Hines. Hines crosses the red line, dumps it. Grand Forks goes for the change. Dufault picks it up back behind the Moorhead net, flips it up off the shelf. It'll land right down on the floor in front of Hale. Round back behind the net, Oaks near side. Pulled free by Retzer. Retzer's able to clear it out to center. Grand Forks will have to reset. Dumped in by Muth right onto the stick of Dufault. Dufault brings it out, sends it to the links of the ice. That one will get called back on icing. We'll have 14:30 remaining here in the third. Face-off far side is going to be won by Steen. Controlled by Grand Forks. Dumped down into the corner by Slaminski. Near side boards, Oaks. Lindbergh fights for it with Kuznia before it gets sent back behind the net where Dufault will have it. Dufault to Steen. Steen to Lindbergh. Out through center. Strand, breakaway. Strand, shot off the helmets of Kostelecki. Turned out to center by O'Hearn. Down or along the near side wall, all the way into the corner. Dufault and Yana fought all the way over there. Steen, near side boards. Chips it out to center. It slides all the way down into the Grand Forks end. Around the horn and onto the far side boards. Ahead to Yana, out at center. Bounce back to Cameron. She loses an edge. Puck comes free. Johnson turns it the other direction. Comes all the way into the Grand Forks end where it's picked up by Cutter back behind the net. Cutter, centering pass. Shot, Tibitowski goes just wide of the net. Held up back behind the net by Lee. Cutter comes in to help. Near side boards. Gets chipped down low by Allmendinger. Lee, Cutter, shot. Just wide into the far side. Tibitowski tries to center it up. It'll be Lee. Lee centers it up to Cutter. Cutter can't get a stick on it. It'll end up in the near side corner. Up to Allmendinger. Allmendinger shot. Goes through traffic just wide of the net and onto the back wall. Tibitowski tries to center. Blocked into the corner by Erickson. Puck will come free. Lee. Out front. Allmendinger shot off the waffle blocker of Kostelecki. Near side corner. Cutter, it's going to come away with it. Flips it up into the air. That one's going to go all the way out and float down into the Moorhead zone where it'll be picked up by Johnson. Johnson sends it over onto the near side board. Spuds go for the change. Handled by LeMay near side. She gets pinched up by Ness. Allmendinger comes away with it. Steers it around to the far side. Out through center. She breaks the zone. Has it knocked off her stick. Gets it back. Carries it around behind the net all the way into the near side corner where it'll come loose. Up to Shirley. Shot. Shoulder pad save by Kostelecki. Kicked out to center by Slominski. That one slides the length of the ice and will get called back on icing. 11:25 to go in the game. Face-off comes back in to the Aviator zone. Shirley wins the draw. Up to Oakes. Oakes around behind the net to Hockett. Hockett shot. Hockett out to Shirley. Shirley with control. So that'll put the Spuds up by 6 with 11:19 remaining. That should also result in a running clock. Far side wall. Oakes is finally able to come away with it. Drops it back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson ahead up the wall. It'll be picked up just inside of her own zone by Klawowski. Out to center Hendrickson. Spuds have to reset. Cross over to Shirley near side. Drops it off for Hockett. Hockett hands it back to Shirley. But Yana is going to be there to steer it into the corner. Yana out through center. Oakes right beside her, all the way down into the near side corner. She tries to set it up. It'll go off the side of the net. Shirley will have it. Hockett. Now Shirley. Shirley breaks it out. She's got nobody in front of her. She chases it all the way down into the corner. She'll take a trip around behind the net, sends it off the side of the net. It'll be picked up by Slominski, who will bring it out to center. That one's going to get turned out and all the way down into the Moorhead zone and called back on icing. 10 minutes exactly, running clock, 7-1 Moorhead lead, 28-7 on shots in favor of Moorhead. Grand Forks is going to win the draw. They're going to control, going the other direction. Along the far side boards, Johnson and O'Hearn are going to fight for it. Puck will come free and end up back behind the Moorhead net. Default off the wall. It's going to go all the way out and roll all the way into the Moorhead, or into the Grand Forks zone. Kuznia and Swenson. Swenson's going to get called for a penalty. Thinking it's going to be a tripping call. Number 8, Haley Swenson, she's going to be the guilty culprit. That'll put the Aviators on the power play for 2 minutes. 9:18 to go, third period. Face off near side is going to be Hanukkah. Tries to clear, held in by Kuznia. Shot near side by Slaminski onto the far side boards. Lindbergh. Pinched up along the far side, LeMay. She takes a shot from way out. That'll get covered up by Gilson. 8:53-52 running clock. Minute 33-32 left on the Grand Forks power play. Face off near side between Erickson and Hanukkah. Near side. Grand Forks tried for the redirect, but it ended up getting redirected over onto the far side board. Slap shot goes high and over the net from Slaminski. Near side. Hanukkah tries to clear. It's going to get dumped into the corner. Allmendinger. This time it's going to get cleared out, sent the length of the ice. Grand Forks is going to have to go after it. Picked up by LeMay. She'll take a trip behind her own net. 55 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Allmendinger intercepts the forward pass, sends it right back down in behind the Grand Forks net. This time, Kuznia will go pick it up. She's going to send it to Slaminski, who tries to clear. It'll be held in by Allmendinger. 39-38 on the penalty kill. Handled by LeMay, far side. To Hale. Stolen away by Dufault. Gets pinched up against the far side half wall. Strand comes in to help. Grand Forks comes away with it. Slaminski. Ahead to Yana. Yana can't keep a handle on it. It's sent back the other direction by Steen. Bounced around and into the Moorhead zone. Brought in. Shot. Glove save. Off the shot of Alyssa Hines from Grand Forks. 7 seconds to go on this penalty kill. .716, Spuds back full strength. Face off far side, or near side, excuse me. Spuds control. Swenson back into the game. Lee jumps onto the ice. Swenson heads to the box, or heads to the bench. Far side, Timotowski out to center. Lee gives chase. Cameron is going to get to it first. Lee breaks it loose. Lee brings it in. One on nobody. Shot. Save. Kostelecki. Dufault picks up the rebound, puts a shot on. Blocked out in traffic. Timotowski. Now Dufault to Timotowski. Puck loose in the slot before being settled down by Yana, who will take it out to center on the far side. Knocked free by Cutter. Puck floats ahead. It'll be picked up by Erickson. Stolen away by the Spuds. Lee. Lee shot goes just wide and onto the far side wall. Timotowski takes out move and puts the Aviators right back on the power play. 6:11 to go. Faceoff comes back down into the Moorhead end. Shirley and Erickson to face off. Shirley's going to win the draw. Puck will go down into the corner. Johnson will collect it there. Johnson behind the net, off the far side wall. Held in by Kuznia. Knocked free by Shirley. Turned down into the corner by Lord. Behind the net, Johnson. Off the near side wall to Ness. Ness is going to knock it out to center. That one's going to go the length of the ice. We've got Kuznia and Shirley in a foot race all the way down in behind the net. Ness. Shirley. Erickson tries to clear. Erickson across to Allmendinger. Allmendinger shot. Save made by Klowowski. Kostelecki. Shirley. Up high off the wall. It goes around behind and into the near side corner. Picked up by Lord from Grand Forks. Far side boards, Erickson. Grand Forks is able to clear. It's Shirley breaks it loose. 1 minute left on the penalty kill. This time it's going to get sent the link to the ice by Grand Forks. That one will get called back on icing. 5:06, 54 seconds left on the penalty kill. 5 minutes exactly, running clock. Nobody is in any flavor of any hurry to get to this faceoff. Faceoff will be won by Grand Forks. We'll end up down in the corner before getting to settled down by O'Hearn. Grand Forks looks to clear, held in by the Spuds, just in front of the Grand Forks bench. Bounce backwards onto the stick of LeMay. LeMay sends it cross ice over to Hines. Hines breaks the zone and has it immediately knocked back out by Hendrickson. Hines. Again to Hendrickson. Hendrickson tries to clear. Hines ends up with it. Hines takes it back behind the Moorhead net where it's knocked free by Oakes. Near side Cameron. Stolen away by Hanukkah. Out to center. Pocket inside the zone. Clears out. Hanukkah brings it in near side. Takes a shot. Backhandle save by Kostelecki. Spuds back at full strength. Bounced out and back in by Oakes. Spuds reset, all but Hockett. So they'll end up off sides with 3:42 here in the third. Face-off goes to the far side, right in front of the Grand Forks bench. Spuds are going to control momentarily, stolen away by the Aviators. Taken into the Moorhead zone by Slaminski. She'll have it knocked free by Swenson. Around back behind the net, Dufault. Around to Retzer on the near side. She'll have it stripped by Yana. Dufault will meet up with it in the corner. Back behind the net to Johnson. Lord loses an edge, takes out the ref. From the top of the slot. Backhand shot, rebound picked up by Erickson. And we no longer have a running clock because the Aviators have cut this lead to 5. 7-2 with 2:48 to go. 30-10 in favor of Moorhead on shots. Faceoff is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Knocked free by Yana. Up and off the glass, Johnson this time will have it. Dumped in near side from Steen. Picked up back behind the net by Strand and Klowowski. Centering pass, shot, goal! Set it up from behind the net to Johnson. And the Spuds get their 3-goal lead back. 2:25. Remaining here in the third. Should be a running clock again. Spuds control. Pocket back on defense. Ahead to Cutter. Cutter into the corner. Tries to shovel it backhand into the center. It's going to be picked up by Lee. Lee to Hockett. Hockett flips it down in behind the net. Handled far side. Hendrickson. She'll bounce behind the net. Cutter goes after it. Near side is going to be controlled by Grand Forks. Litzinger sends it out to center. Kuznia. Stolen away by the Spuds. Leads with the sends it down behind the net. We'll pick it up back there. Centering pass out front. Loose puck. Picked up by Hendrickson. Hendrickson, Hockett. Hockett dumps it down into the corner. Behind the net, Kuznia. Minute 34. Lee. And Kuznia fight for it. Cutter can't get a stick on it. It's going to get flipped out to center. Spuds will have to reset. Hendrickson. Cutter touched it as it entered the zone. Spuds did not reset, so that they'll end up offside on that one. Minute 17, 15-14. Faceoff is going to go over to the far side, just outside the Moorhead end. Shirley wins the draw. Johnson sends it across ice. It'll be picked up by Allmendinger near side. Allmendinger brings it in, takes a shot. Stick save by Kostelecki. It goes up into the netting behind the net and out of play. 54 seconds. Face-off far side. Face-off near side. Shirley and a mystery Grand Forks skater. Shirley's going to win the draw to default. Default backhands it down into the corner. It'll be picked off by Erickson. Spuds come away with it. Shirley drives it into the slot. Backhand shot. Save. Kostelecki. (16, 15, 14). We might see one more face-off here. Grand Forks is in no hurry. Hockett is in no hurry. 5 seconds. Puck is down. Spuds control. 1 second. Horn sounds. Hockett has it. That's how it's going to end. Your Moorhead Spuds are going to come away with an 8-1 victory over the Grand Forks Aviators. 33-10 on shots in favor of Moorhead. That's going to do it for this weekend of hockey. We don't have anything until Danglefest in 2 weeks, so enjoy your Christmas break. And from Grand Forks, for my camera operator, Lisa Swetson, I'm Seth. We'll see you again here in a couple of weeks.